Let's get more reaction now from one refugee, Aline Bukuru. She's in our Cape Town studio. Aline, thanks for your time. So tell us, what's your reaction to this court ruling first?
Yeah, I think the ruling of the court is totally unfair due to the way the judge is still denied the xenophobic attacks in South Africa. For quite long now, it's 8 years, refugees, they are going through a lot of attacks of xenophobia, and there's no solution that have been taken. And even now, they had the matter that the city took, the matter to the High Court just to remove the refugee who's camping at Green Market Square. They are there for 4 months without any help, and they've got no way to go. But the judge, it seems, he doesn't care for those vulnerable kids and women who were sleeping there, and he don't think of protecting them. They are refugees, and the refugees, they have right in the country. As they always say, South Africa is a resettlement country. We believe that resettlement country, people, refugees, they have a right also to shelter, and they've got some certain rights. They can't just rule anyhow without consider these vulnerable kids and women who's a victim of xenophobia. It's very painful and it's very shameful to the South African government to see even at this stage they still deny that xenophobia is existing in South Africa.
Yeah.
It's very unfair and very totally disappointed.
So what now? What do you do? Because the city has been told that it can move refugees from the Central Methodist Church and Green Market Square. Where do you go? Where do you want to go?
No, because first of all, the time we came there, because due for our safety, we were asking the United Nations Commission for Refugees, which in short it's UNHCR. We were asking them to protect us because they're the one who have a mandate to protect us. We said our claims and still that we are unsafe in South Africa, so we need the United Nations Commission for Refugees to look and to find a solution of protection and to relocate us out of South Africa. That is our main demand.
Yes, but now that the city has been told to move you from the area in Green Market Square to other places within South Africa for processing by the Home Affairs Department, are you going to agree with that decision? Will you move from Green Market Square?
I think when they use the word of Home Affairs, I think they are trying to confuse things, because I think last time you saw the Minister of Home Affairs was saying, we went through the interview and he said that majority of those people, almost them, they've got a documentation. So I don't understand why they're involving the Home Affairs. And the city, they say, in the court they didn't say where. They just said that they give 7 days. They didn't say that they're taking people somewhere. I don't believe in that, because at the court they didn't say they are moving where they are moving refugee to somewhere. They said that the refugee, they have to leave, and they didn't say anywhere they are going to take them.
Yeah, and are you going to leave?
We have nowhere to go. As a refugee, we have rights also in this country. We have rights. That is why we are saying the judge really was xenophobic, also, because he can't just decide the refugee to leave without even providing where a refugee, like that temporary shelter where refugee they can go. Because I remember the previous judge, they told the city that to find a space where refugee they need to go, where those women and children, they need to be protected. They didn't say that to chase refugee without knowing where they go. They said they need also to have a temporary shelter, where it's what was in agreement. But the ruling of today, this judge of today just said that they need to leave within 7 days. He didn't even specify where these refugees are going.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. That is refugee Aline Bukuru speaking to us from our Cape Town studio.